1. Is it not strange how the physical can manifest itself in a form that has no matter nor substance? For indeed, as I stood amongst the forest of green tall trees, I could indeed smell in the breeze the very scent of the love that had stolen my heart. Her who was made the inhabitant of this tiny vessel in my chest, whose very nature I had nurtured from childhood till I was now but a man. How I now find myself amongst these green pastures, my feet wet upon the fine grass. I feel the very nature of my soul there, for to lie amongst this pleasant field day in and out, watching the clouds pass me by, is like a poet's dream come alive. Yet greater than even this is what every man or woman writes in words, that great pursuit of the love that has doomed many a lover. How as a child I had nurtured my love in my heart, hoping that I would one day find myself in front of the very thing I had created. Yet what possibility is it? For I am no god, but a poet, a dreamer, a wanderer, a fool. Yet indeed, as I look upon your fair face sleeping now by my feet, I indeed do see that which I had always dreamed. O skies above that beckon out to me, do you feel this melody that is within my heart? For although it is now filled with such joy and happiness, it has to share it with the sadness of sorrows to come. For nothing lasts forever, as much as one may try. Memories even fade, feelings too. So what am I to feel happy about, as I stand whilst the maiden sleeps, as I see her heavy heart rise and fall, and from this day forward it beats for me, but come the day shall it be so, that it will beat for another, or not quite in the same melody that it does now, and there is no way that I can stop it. Even with much care and attention, like a surgeon's operation of the vessel of life, I have no control over its being and way. So how can a man truly ever be happy? For this is the happiest day of my life, now that I have a hand to hold that matches my very dreams. But the very thought that it is twinned with is the thought I will one day have to let it go, were still be held by another man. Why must my heart exist in two places at one time, that of now and that of the days to come? But sure as the skies do not hear my words, and cannot even feel the very resonance that is within them, is the fact that everything must taste of death. And the greatest death in a man's life is the death of love, for one must survive this and try to once again find that love, which surely must diminish by each death. How many funerals of love must a man attend before he has no love to give or receive? And I bend down and look direct at her beauteous face. I place my white fair hands upon her black skin and feel that very feeling that means so much to me, as if I am touching the most precious thing that has ever been born upon this earth, and its treasures are mine to but hold on to, but for how long I do not know. I take hold of her hand, and I clasp it as if I am to fear its loss at any minute. I feel tears stream my face so abundantly. I wish to confess my heart, my soul, my mind to you here and now, so that you might feel everything that this man has to offer you, so that by doing that you might find it within your power to always want to keep this soul close amongst yours. I pray it be so. For my darling who sleeps, this maiden so far, it is within you that I find true happiness. It is with your very touch upon my hand that I find light where only darkness was. It is with your kiss that I am able to breathe full. It is with your twinkling eyes that shine to mine that I find the reason to get up and face this miserable world. It is with your presence by my side that I find colours in this world of black and white. My soul pines for only you, and only you it wishes for its lifelong companion. I cry now, my tears falling down upon our clasped hands, for I pine for the very thought that there shall come a day when the candle of our love shall be cut asunder, and shall no longer burn, and only the last puffs of smoke raising will be the memory of what was before. And then, as it fades, so shall our memories of one another. Let death be that which breaks us apart, not mortal means. Let you always look at me the way you did today. Oh, maiden, I watch you sleep, and I am made happy as long as I know you have me, and I have thee. Then I shall be truly living the dream awake. I stand upon the hills of this fair land. I can see before my vision such beauties of Mother Nature's blessings as sent down by the fair God above. And yet, as much as these great visions ease my mind, it is your greatest creation, the maiden that sleeps by my side, that brings me even more joy. That to look upon this countryside hills, the swaying trees, the streams rolling down the valleys, the rainbows in the skies, the blue fluffy clouds high above in the emerald canvases, all of these beauties compare not to that maiden that sleeps, for by her very being I am able to live, to appreciate all that is before me. Oh Lord, how is it so that one person can make such a difference? For this man's heart was once so lonely. I feared by the other day that I should never be in love, that I should die broken-hearted, always wishing for that love that I had dreamed, and now by this very maiden that sleeps, I have been made happy. What virtue is there in such a person that can make one as I so happy? What blessing I wish I could send forward, for in her loving me, she has given me life too. I was never whole, as many pieces tried to fit the whole like a jigsaw, but she was the one that fitted perfectly and made me complete. Oh, beauteous one that sleeps, how you have made my life, how you have completed me. For true, I can now say that this day forward I could die and be said to have been happy, to have been said that my life was complete. The day before I led myself, cultivating my heart, filling my thoughts with dreams that I thought could never come true. A woman of such virtue that even I could not create her with pen and ink, who would wish to hold me dear, who would touch me in such a way that even a brush of her hand would empower me, like a thunderstorm crashing in the sky, or the power of a hurricane plowing through an ocean, splitting apart its waters. The woman that I could sit upon the hilltops upon green wet grass, and she would feel nothing of it. A woman who was as I was, a nature's born child, who could see the beauty of depth, of accepting rather than expecting. A soft soul who would gentle breeze through life, who could not look upon my eyes for very long, and coyly, shyly would look away. Yet her heart would beat with such desire that she could not wish to spend time apart, that her lips would become dry at our very meeting. For her heart was so much inclined towards holding me tight to her naked body, and entwining our souls in rapture and passion, that the very emotion of love would be the path we would choose to walk, and not the mundane trials of gaining possessions. Whilst the maiden sleeps, I feel my heavy heart pain, but upon looking at her again, I feel her calming spirit make me forget these woes that may or may not appear. And this day has passed before me. Will it always remain so fresh within my memories, or will others remove its shine? For a lifetime I had waited such a day to come upon me, where I might find all my dreams lay themselves out in front of me, as if all my prayers had been answered one by one. How we spent upon this wet grass the day passing from midnight till dawn, laying by this old worn tree that must have seen many loves come and go, that felt our bodies press upon its warm bark, its leaves shading us from the light rain that fell as midnight fell into utter darkness, and the quiet descending upon this great land, till the sun rose across the horizon. The giant rose orange and full, till it rose high above, and the dawning blue skies came out again. And upon all this celestial wonder, at each turning of this ever-turning wheel, the maiden and I sat arm in arm, her head laying upon my shoulder, as we pillowed each other's passionate hearts and slept in the dreams of our blossoming love.